I'm Elaine and welcome to my channel. Well, I want to start out by saying Happy New Year, and I am back. So going to be doing some more videos for you. Had a lot going on. One of the things I've had going on is I'm helping my middle daughter plan her wedding for some time in 26. And one of the things I'm doing is her wedding cake. And so I thought today would be a good time to do a video on the cake, one of the cakes that I'm planning to do for her. So we're going to do a white layer cake today. I'm not going to frost it. I'm just going to do it as a snack cake, but you can frost it any way you like. And we'll get into that when we get into the video. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. And I also have got two 8-inch pans that have been greased and floured and parchment paper in the bottom. And we're just going to set that aside. And now what you're going to need is 1/2 cup of butter softened at room temperature. We're going to need 1½ cups of granulated sugar. We're going to need 4 egg whites, and these egg whites are at room temperature. We're going to need 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're going to need 2¼ cups of cake flour. And that cake flour was sifted first and then measured, just to make sure that I had the right amount, because flour tends to pack down and you wind up getting too much if you don't sift it first before you measure it. And that is cake flour. And we're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're going to need 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt, and then last we're going to need 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk, and the buttermilk this is whole buttermilk, and it is at room temperature. So we're going to get started on the next part of this. So in my mixer, let me put the paddle on it. Okay, we're going to cream the butter until it is pale and fluffy for just about 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off and do this off camera, and I'll be back with you as soon as it's through. Okay, I've had this creaming for just a few minutes, and what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to kind of gradually add my sugar while it is still creaming. So I'm again going to do that off camera because it's too noisy. So I'll be back with you as soon as I get that done. Okay, this has been going for just about 10 minutes and nice and fluffy. So at this time what I'm going to do is just pour in those egg whites, and we're going to beat this about another 3 minutes or so while those egg whites are after we put those egg whites in there. So I'll be back with you when we get that done. Okay, I've had this going for almost 3 minutes now, and you can see how nice and creamy that is. And at this point I'm going to stir in my vanilla. So I'm going to put in about 1.5 teaspoons is what it calls for. Now, if you wanted to keep this white as possible, you could use a clear vanilla, but I find that the regular vanilla doesn't darken it too much. It stays pretty light. Okay, and I know this is jarring the camera around, so let me turn it off camera and finish this up. Okay, I have added my vanilla and finished mixing this, and you can see how it looks. It came out really nice. Let me grab another spoon out of here. Okay. So now at this point what we're going to do is I have mixed together my baking soda, baking powder, and my salt in with the cake flour. And we're going to start adding this alternately with the buttermilk. Again, that buttermilk was at room temperature. So I'm going to add, probably about 1/3 of my flour. Okay. All right, and we'll go ahead and mix that in. Let me turn you off while I do this, so hang on a minute. Okay, I have that butter mixed in, and there goes my dryer making a lot of noise. Or not butter, I have the flour mixture mixed in, and I'm at this point going to add maybe half of my buttermilk. And I'm going to do this on low speed. I don't want to overmix this cake, so we're going to do this on low speed. Alright, and pick this up, and I'm going to add maybe another 1/3 of my flour mixture. Okay, let's put this on low. I'm going to raise this up and just kind of scrape down my sides and bottom and make sure I have everything off of here. Okay, and let's add the rest of our buttermilk. Flung that over the side a little bit. But again, we're going to keep this on a low speed. I don't want to overmix it. Alright, and we're going to add the last of our flour. Alright, and to keep from over mixing that, I'm just going to scrape this down a little bit and mix that last little bit there by hand. Okay. Alright. And just maybe 10 more seconds or so on the mixer. Okay, let me go get my cake pans and I will be right back with you. Okay, I have my spoon. I love this set of spoons. I got these years ago at a Weight Watchers meeting, and this is exactly 1 cup. So it helps me make sure that I'm getting the same amount of batter into each pan. So we're going to start distributing this evenly in between the 2 pans. Look how pretty and white that batter is. It just came out really nice. Okay. Put some more on the side. And let me grab my spatula. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of this out with a spatula and make sure I have it as close, the same amount in both pans as possible. Okay, and I'm just going to spread this out evenly. And we're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 26 to 28 minutes. I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes and I'm going to check it at that time. So I will be back with you when these are done and show you what they look like. Okay, I have just taken these out of the oven, and you can see how they turned out. They're very nice. It looks like they're going to be nice and soft and tender. They're not going to be crumbly or dry at all. And so what we're going to do is let these sit for about 15 minutes in the pan, and then I'm going to dump them out of the pan and let them cool the rest of the way. Now at that time I would frost these. You could frost these with whatever kind of frosting you like. I've done these with cream cheese frosting, and that works out well. For my daughter's wedding, I'm going to do these in a Snow White buttercream, and I think that will set these off very well too. So I'll be back with you when I get these out of the oven. Out of the pan. Okay, here they are out of the pan, and you can see how nice and springy these are. I think they're going to be very good cakes. I'm just going to put this on a plate and let my husband eat one layer as a snack cake, and the other one I'll probably wrap up and freeze and eat another time. But he doesn't particularly like cake frosting, so I'm not going to frost these for him. But again, for my daughter's wedding, I'm going to do these in a Snow White buttercream, and we're going to decorate them. And when we start that process, I will try to make a video of that and show you how we're going to decorate this and what kind of cake this is going to be. So, all right. Well, I do thank you for watching, and would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and give me a like if you enjoyed this video. So y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.